All right, I'm so excited. Thank you for being on, Deirdre. Welcome to the room, Mama. I'm so excited.
Yes, no problem. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
So we didn't get a chance to connect at Podfest, but you were there, and I'm excited for the relationship that we're going to build here. We're
Yes,
doing this live, and then we're going to have you on the podcast on the Making Mommy Move show.
yes,
So this is fun.
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your background, Deirdre.
Okay, so my name's Deirdre 𝗠𝗡. So I was a psych major at George Mason University. Shout out to the Patriots. And then I recently finished my master's in social work. And so I have done a lot of work around roughly over 6 years of research and just things pertaining to minority children and children who live in vulnerable populations, and what can we do to support their education and their mental health, right? Like removing that stigma. And now I plan on moving into the career of a school social worker so I can really be hands on with more family, teachers, really building that village. I talk to my moms on my podcast a lot about building a village, right? But children need that village as well, right? They're little mini humans that are trying to navigate life. So I really enjoy pouring, all that love and all that passion into my career field. And I am also a stay-at-home mom now, right? So really enjoying watching my little one develop and grow and building her, her skills and just seeing her become this little person, right? And then I am the podcast host of Moms Off the Clock, which I really love. I call it the Unity Community, where we build and uplift moms, encourage them and educate them, right? So I take my expertise of social work and psychology and I kind of push that to the moms so they feel seen and heard and validated. So I really enjoy what I do. It gives me so much joy. I know that sounds so cliche, but it really does give me so much joy. And so that's me. That's me in a nutshell.
I love it. And I love the
Thank
way that
you.
you're helping moms. Like you've taken all of your expertise to help serve
Yes.
them.
Yes, I
So,
also help I'm sorry, I also help
yeah.
military moms because I am a military spouse as well. My husband is in the wonderful Air Force. So I kinda cater to the military spouses as well to give them that village also. So, yeah. I
I
couldn't
love
forget
it.
about them. Yeah. Yes.
I love it. So tell us a little bit. You have a business, right? Like
Mhm.
Moms Off the Clock. So can you tell us
Yes.
a little bit about you starting that business and what kind of imposter syndrome maybe that you might have experienced while you were starting it?
Yeah, so I remember I was like, "You know what? I have the equipment. I'm gonna start Moms Off the Clock," right? And the imposter syndrome came in because I was a new mom, right? And I was like, "Who's gonna listen to me? Because I'm a new mom. They're gonna be like, 'Yeah, she hasn't even gone through the thick of it yet,'" you know? And I was like, "No, I am going to step out of my comfort zone." I'm a very friendly person, so I wouldn't say all the way out of my comfort zone, but I am doing this where I'm recording it and pushing it out to a pretty big audience, right? And I just start seeing a lot of moms say, "Hey, this is very relatable. I love how you tie a little humor to this," right? Or when I'm listening to you, I really feel like I'm off the clock. I really feel like I'm taking a break and enjoying myself. And I think I fought off that imposter syndrome by just having more people say that they needed that, even if it was like one person, it was just that helped me it motivated me to keep going, right? So I loved that, and I had to, put down the fear of thinking, what if a mom says, "Oh, she's not even getting it," or maybe my opinion didn't align with another parent's, right? But I had to realize this was my podcast, and I know there are other women who probably think the same thing, are asking these questions, and need someone to validate them. So that's how I kind of um, push that imposter syndrome out. I still face it, as a new podcaster, I still face it, but I'm motivated to keep going.
Oh, thank you for sharing because I think we
You're
all
welcome.
go through the imposter syndrome of feeling like we're not good enough or like who are we to be doing this thing. Um
Mhm.
Something else that seems to come up all the time are limiting mindsets like as we start and try different things.
Yeah.
I know some of mine were like, I'm a mom so I can't do this because I should be with my kids or like there's a lot of paradoxes in motherhood that we
Yes, the
have like a
mom
lot of
guilt for
mom guilt.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that is
Can you
real.
speak? to some of your limiting mindsets that you had while you were starting your business?
Yeah, I definitely thought like, I should be spending this time with my child, right? I should be spending time with my family more. My husband is, with him being in the military, I was like, oh, maybe I should be using this time to spend with him and my baby, right? And I felt like, as a mom, there are so many times that societal norms are pushed upon us to be super women as well, right? So I had this limiting mindset of thinking I could do it all without asking for help. And
Mhm.
that's really pour into my podcast listeners, right? And the moms, my fellow mom friends, I tell them too, it's okay to set boundaries, right? You are still a great mom, but still need some space to kind of create and do your own thing. So challenging those, intrusive thoughts and challenging that limiting mindset was definitely about setting boundaries and also knowing that I matter too, right? Like moms matter too, like I can't say that enough. So yeah, I fought off a lot of mom guilt for sure. A lot of mom guilt it still pops up every now and then, but then I realized I want my little one to see that you can still live a life and still be a mom if you choose to one day, right? And still aspire to have dreams and goals and reach them every day, but still make time, have a healthy work-life balance. I should say that. Yeah.
So good. Do you ever find that other people are projecting their own limiting mindsets on you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Especially traditional older moms,
Mhm.
right? Grandparents,
Yes.
all of they're like, "You shouldn't be doing that. Why are you doing that? Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. Well, it's just make sure you have time for your baby." And it's like, yeah, I'm doing that, and I want to challenge them to think that it's not just black and white, right? Come up in your thinking and let's have the hard conversations, and even checking people, when they say things such as you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Well, hey, thank you for that your opinion, but I do not agree, right? I don't want to continue to do those things because it wasn't healthy, right? Because that is what aids to more postpartum depression, right? Well, most postpartum anxiety, because we talk about, motherhood. We really need to dig into the fourth trimester of all this postpartum depression because so much is upon us, right? It's so much is projected upon us. So yeah, I definitely gone through my share of you shoulds and this is what you need to do, and I don't think you should. Yeah, a lot of that. And I think that people should just keep their opinions to themselves a lot of times. Yeah.
But that can
Yes.
be hard, like, when we're trying to do these things and we're hearing all of this different feedback, and especially if it doesn't align with our big vision or our goals. So, what can we be doing other than creating the room of people that we want to be around, um, to really like help keep us on the right track and not let those influence us?
I would just say pouring into yourself, giving yourself the self-care and love that you need. Continuing to validate yourself, right? It's okay. Yes, the mom guilt will happen. It feels like that. And yes, there will be outsiders with their noise and opinions. But at the end of the day, you are the best mom for your child, right? And you are your first advocate and supporter. So make sure that you're speaking up for yourself. Make sure that you're taking the time for yourself, because I always tell my listeners and my fellow mom friends, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Right.
Mhm.
So I would say even some tips like sticky notes, putting them on your mirror, having affirmations on your wallpaper of your phone, on your wallpaper of your desktop computer, if you're working like me, different things, making sure you have a friend and a village to support you, right? That people that actually listen to you, to listen and not to just respond and tell you what you should do, even when you are telling them how you feel, so just someone who holds a space for you, a healthy space for you, and just certain reminders around your home, to tell yourself that you're doing your best. And checking in, even journaling at the end of the day, to talk about the three things that went well today, right? Instead of looking at what went wrong, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's all really helpful.
thank you.
So I love that you referred to it as a village. I call it like a room. Like you got to create the people that you want to be around and really attract everybody that's going to help level you up and help support
Mhm.
you on this journey in entrepreneurship and motherhood and all of the phases, and stages of life. So
Yes.
can you explain a little bit about the community you're building?
Yes, I love to. So I am building a community of mothers, right, where we are able to break down societal norms that are projected upon us, right, and kind of challenging, as I kind of said before, challenging those intrusive thoughts, right. I want it to be, I call it the unity community, right, because we stand together to just have those moments where it's like, hey, I need to feel seen, right. I need to feel heard without any judgment. And so as a mother, some days people are going to say, I don't think I'm a good mom. Some days some moms will say, I don't like being a mom today. Right. And
Mhm.
without someone saying, you can't say that, we understand. Right. And it's a non-judgmental it's like a safe haven. That's what I'm trying to create for mothers, a safe haven, because you need to mother the mother, right? Taking care of the mother. So yeah, that's kind of the village I want. Just a warm, nice feeling and embrace in a verbal exchange. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big hug in that
Yes.
environment.
Yes.
I love what you're
Yes.
building. That's amazing. And
Thank
like you
you so
said,
much.
there's so many things that come up as a mom, like whether it's I resonate a lot with I do not like being a mother today, or
Mhm.
like feeling resentful toward your kids sometimes,
Yeah,
especially when you're building a business and everything that you have a mile and a half long to-do list, and just trying to break through it and feel like you're not alone and that you're not a bad mother even though you're feeling these ways,
right.
but
Right.
breaking through it and getting better at it. So, do you have any advice for the mompreneur out there that's looking to start her entrepreneurial journey?
Mhm.
Um, Anything.
I would say go for it. Do it. I know that there are a million things that could go wrong. I know that you're thinking about that, but there are also a million things that can go right. You know, challenge yourself to say, what if this goes wrong? What if it goes right? Right. And then kind of manifest the life that you want, kind of speak it out and say, this is what I deserve, right? I want to build a following, do the work that you need to do. Have a little time if you're feeling a little, I would say, iffy. If you should maybe start with 15 minutes a day working to apply yourself to your desires and your dreams. Just 15 minutes, okay, if I could create this is what I want to create for 15 minutes. And then, gradually expand the time, right? I know a lot of women still have little ones and we have toddlers running around, and sometimes you're like, that's a lot, wait till they go to bed, right? And then kind of sit for about 15 minutes just journaling or writing out what you want to do, what you want to create, and then just start going for it one day at a time. Consistency is going to allow you to reap the gains of everything. So I'll just say, go for it. Do it. I'm clapping for you. I'm rooting for you. Yes, you
Oh,
deserve
I love
it.
it. Good advice. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing that, because we all need that reminder to just who cares if it's messy? Who cares if it doesn't look perfect? Who cares if you're
Mhm.
gonna get it wrong? Because that's the only way we learn, is to just go for it, just do it, just start.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And honestly, if even if it does look messy, as a mom, you're just like, wow, that's a real mom.
Yes!
Not everything is Instagram perfect and Instagram wonderful. We all think of that when we see like, oh, that mom with that wonderful aesthetic. Well, if you tilt that camera a little to the left, you'll see some toys, you'll see the child running around, you'll see a mess, because that's mom life. But it's okay, still put it out.
It makes you
We'll say
more
thank you.
approachable and relatable, and,
Yes.
like, you're not alone, like, it really helps. Like, nobody wants
Yes.
to see the perfect person, like, they wanna see the real shit, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Tell me, I like that, because then it makes me feel like if she could do it in the midst of her chaos, I can do it.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, thank you for coming on and doing
You're
this with us. We're gonna
welcome.
have a podcast going live soon, so I'm
Yeah.
excited to have you on that as well. Can
Yes.
you
Thank
just
you
share
so
with
much.
everybody where they can find you and the name of your podcast
Yes.
again?
Yes, so my Instagram is the moms well, it's the THEMOTC club CLUB. So it's gonna be THEMOTC CLUB. That's the Moms Off the Clock Club. And then my podcast
Awesome.
is Moms Off the Clock.
Oh, I love it. Thank you for coming on here and doing this
Thank
live with us.
you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, you
Oh. Oh, goodness. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this live. I'm so excited to have Deidre with us today. I just want to remind you to get in the room, to create the communities that you're going to love, and to go get the book when it comes live on February 19th to welcome you to the room, Mama. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.